Okay, here we go, guys. We are on to part 2 of part 3, and I'm going to finish this one all the way out. The thing I was going to touch on in the beginning is, yeah, I'm probably going to stop recording these now. Anytime, like my mom will say this about me, anytime I say I'm going to get something done in life and it's within my skill set and I'm like really confident in my abilities, I go out and get it done. I think everything I've said I will do, I've done up until this point. That's just the type of being I am. So it is sad for me to say that I'm probably going to stop or slow down on the series, because after a personal talk with Swag, I hope you don't think, Swagwin, that I'm stopping for any particular reason. But if you remember what I'm saying. Oh God, we could start our own what was LUNARWASLOST referring to in that comment he made in the beginning. But no. It's just like a commenter that said stop stealing content, but it made me really reflect on a lot of things. And yeah, I don't know. It did involve kind of a little bit of my own personal feelings on it, but anyways, coming back to the main point I want to make is that I know I said I would go through the whole entire Iceberg and react to every single episode, but you know what? I think I'm glad to have brought this project that's being completed by Potted Plant, but now being completed in video form as an explained series by Swag. Someone just released an SCP outside. What the hell was that? Hold on a second. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyways, I'm going to stop taking so long and just, shout out to Swag and Potted Plant for being so cool. And just for anybody that is new and watching these videos and the ones I covered, I was given permission to watch them. So appreciate you guys really for being cool. And like I said, really, you guys really did have, like, this series has had a positive impact in my life, and everything, just the timing of it is really, really divine. And I'll just say it like that. Anyways, let's hop into this without further ado. Thanks for the support. Go check out Swag and Potted Plant's channels, and I'll see y'all in a couple seconds. Logan wanna be friends. Weird, because I just recently made a friend, Logan.
Logan was a YouTube channel that would comment on the videos of smaller content creators, simply asking, "Want to be friends?" This account is a spam bot, and for a short time in 2020, you couldn't escape it. Basically, every new video had this "wanna be friends" thing posted on it. These comments appear normal at first, but upon closer inspection, this is one of YouTube's greatest security breaches. Interacting with this comment or channel at all would put you in danger of losing your account. Subscribing to it puts you in danger, replying to it puts you in danger, liking the comment puts you in danger. The actual channel itself is definitely pretty sus. This brand new gaming commentary channel started up and immediately got 100,000 views on a welcome to my channel video. All of the comments are obviously botted, saying stuff like "hi," "great video," or stuff like that. But if you went to the actual channels of the commenters, these were real channels held by real people. The strange thing is that clicking on the channel will sometimes lead you to other channels, like this one called Tribby and this one called Vaxi. Luckily, it seems that YouTube has found some kind of fix for this, as it doesn't seem to show up anymore.
Yeah, wow. And people ruin everything.
People Ruin Everything is simply the side channel of a significantly more popular YouTuber, Elvis the Alien. On People Ruin Everything, he goes over certain franchises like Undertale, Minecraft, Sonic the Hedgehog, and talks about why these things were ruined by their fan bases. And that's pretty much it. I can't give much reason why this is even on the Iceberg. I guess it did stop uploading 2 years ago, but he still uploads to his main channel, so yeah.
Oh, that actually sounds like it's a good channel, depending on like the points he would make. That's actually a really good idea. I would want to do something like that, but now it sucks that the inspiration came from that, because I kind of want it to be like an original idea. I suppose reacting to content wasn't exactly my own original idea. Commentary was, at least. I just wanted to talk over gameplay and talk about my own gameplay. But then I seen other people talk about certain subjects over gameplay. Okay, anyways, sorry. Feel good today, Jordan. Go to sleep.
Jordan Go to Sleep, also known as Jordan Underneath, is a content creator who formerly did video essays about video games and stuff like that. However, in 2017, his content shifted towards something he felt represented himself far better. These live-action, surrealist animations that feature music made entirely by him. One of his most notable videos, and the one that Iceberg mentioned specifically, is called Feel Good Today, where a talking dinosaur gives the viewer and this blue creature therapy, introducing himself as a certified therapist and one of the highest names in the mental health field.
What's so crazy is, shout out to Moto during my stream said, I have the voice for doing relaxation type videos. Like I should write up scripts for relaxation type videos and just talk over them. And you know what? I'll attempt to do it with my commentary videos first, but that just made me think about that. So, sort of like soothing, relaxing videos, and said do your own divine take or twist on them. So that's very, very interesting. That just came up.
The video, along with a lot of Jordan's other videos, are very unsettling despite the subject matter not being anything too crazy. I'd recommend checking some of his videos out. Normally, as you most likely know, when you're watching an ad on YouTube, the progress bar is typically yellow and then goes back to red when the ad ends. However, sometimes the color won't change and you'll just have a yellow progress bar on a normal video. That's all there really is to this one, just a weird little glitch that got resolved pretty quickly. Shima Luan was a member of Super Planet Dolan, an animated Q&A show starring former top 10 creator Danger Dolan. The series had a wide cast of characters, but the main two were the creator Dolan and Shima, who was represented with a pink cat furry. In 2016, she disappeared from the channel, stating in an email that the job was too stressful, along with certain family issues. This reasoning was not revealed until, like, December of last year, so everyone was clearly worried in those 6 years. Some people thought she had passed away, others thought she had a stalker, some people even thought she couldn't take all the people sexualizing her character, which I'd hazard to guess is probably at least a factor. They had discussed it briefly on live streams and side channels and stuff like that, saying they also haven't heard anything from Shima in those years, and all they knew was that she was okay because they see her Steam notifications going off sometimes. They finally uploaded a main video in December 2022, where they explained what happened to Shima, and yeah, again, family issues and anxiety, basically.
I mean, it does. It gets to be a lot. Like, yeah. I'm not going to touch on it.
Okay, bear with me for a second. Apollo Legend was a YouTuber who joined in 2016, and from there he would upload several videos about speedrunning. His most popular video by far was one titled Top 10 Speedrunners Who Were Caught Cheating, where he covers famous examples of, well, speedrunners who were caught cheating. Past this point, nearly all of his content revolved around cheating scandals in the community, including some that he would even investigate himself, such as Todd Rogers and infamous Donkey Kong record holder Billy Mitchell, who wasn't exactly happy that Apollo would criticize him. Billy Mitchell did what he's known for and filed a $1 million lawsuit against Apollo, but they reached a settlement where he would simply have to take down all his videos about him. After that, Apollo got himself into more drama with Dark Viper AU. In 2018, Apollo Legend uploaded a video criticizing Games Done Quick for banning Our White Goose for being a literal white supremacist, and Dark Viper AU would upload a video criticizing for this. This resulted in a feud between the two. 2 years later, Apollo would attack Dark Viper for not paying a TikTok editor, and then Dark Viper responded by saying he didn't pay them because they didn't do an acceptable job, and that Apollo was simply attacking him because he held a 2-year grudge against Dark Viper because he called him out for defending an ethno-nationalist. Then Apollo responded by making a video called This Speedrunner Thinks I'm Scum, which many saw as a ploy to get attention. He would lose a lot of subscribers for this, and many would migrate to Dark Viper's channel. Then another YouTuber named EasyScape would upload a video explaining the situation, describing his own experiences with Apollo being leech-like. Then on New Year's Eve 2020, Apollo would upload a video to his second channel describing how shitty he's at it for basically his entire life, citing mental health issues that go back as far as 5 years old. He also called out Dark Viper and EasyScape by name, stating that their drama had only made everything worse. This video would later be found out to be a suicide note, as Apollo would take his own life hours after its upload.
So I did read that thing, that's why I didn't say anything yet.
This is a strange situation, to say the least. The suicide was obviously a tragedy, as any suicide is. People weren't really fond of the whole citing specific people in your suicide note over petty video game speedrunning drama. I can't really imagine.
Yeah. But I could always see the side that for some people, it really is that serious, you know? which still doesn't make it any better, but for some people it is really that serious. And see, sometimes having that knowing stops me from wanting to interact with some people certain times. Like, actually, I just had a birthday live stream the other day because my birthday was a couple days ago, and this guy. Well, you can see it in stream, so I don't want to say it, but like, this basically why I'm telling this story is like because of how some people really do like take certain things to heart. And even the person with me during stream was like, "Yo, like, why'd you delete all your comments?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, like, you're fine. Like, you asked me a question and I gave you my perspective, but it made you retract all your statements." Sorry, this thing on my tongue. I got like a cut, or I actually think it's from something else. It's fucking sadly, dude. Let's just say. Getting pepper spray in your mouth is not fun. Anyway, so anyways, yeah. Where was I at? This person had made a comment like, what do I think about like the increasing racism in something in America? And I'm like, well, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people are probably not going to. Well, okay, a lot of people who watch my channel do know I'm already like esoteric, and I do talk a lot about philosophy and my own philosophy, right? And I have my own outlook on life. But when it comes to reality, literally every single person on here is their own world. They have their own perspective, own beliefs, no matter what programming they went through as they were growing up. So when this person said this to me, I say the same thing I've said since I was younger because I grew up like this. I have been called the N-word hard R straight to my face and treated the person with nothing but respect, no matter what the case was, no matter what. And actually, shout out to you, Elephant Man. This isn't a bad thing. But when you pointed out that there was like the dude on his computer had something about the N-word, it doesn't faze me. It doesn't affect me the way it affects certain people because they have some sort of emotional attachment to a word. But I can't, because words are created at the end of the day. All of it is created. All of this is technically dust at the end of the day. It all returns to dust. I'm going to pass away and a computer is not even going to be a thing that existed. It is going to seem as it was just a figment of my imagination. We can get a little bit metaphysical there, but I don't want to. But essentially, I'm going along the fact that life is a dream. So when I told this person in a physical sense and spoke from this sort of dimension on it, where I was like, I don't see any racism increase. Like, what do you mean? And for me, literally in my day-to-day life, when I go to the store, go to work, do this, then work on this, which is what I would consider my main career, doing all of this, I don't witness any racism. I don't. So what increase? We're all in our own little bubbles and own little universes. And just like I addressed too, not saying that it isn't existing or it isn't increasing, but I'm not witnessing it, which again does not mean it's not happening, but just in my immediate reality, to ask me what I think and then me to tell you and then you delete your stuff, it's like, you don't have to do that. That were your own thoughts. So I always find that fascinating. But I was saying all that to basically say certain people take things super different to heart. So that's why I never disrespect or try to I just don't try to interact. And like this man right here, even though he name dropped people in his, little sushi side note or video, he could have taken that to heart. He could have taken like the beef that went between them so to heart. That's why I just try to treat everyone like, look, I don't got beef with anyone. And that's just the truth. So if anyone's beefing with me, then you know that there's something going on personal with them because I don't hold anything against anybody. So yeah, and just like that Marcus person in the chat, I was like, hey, you asked me a question. I answered it. Don't know in what I said made you want to delete your comment. This is actually a good... Never mind. Sorry, I'm yapping. Let's go. I'm sorry. This is why my reaction videos have gotten popular when it comes to gaming. I fucking can talk forever.
The Catalonian fallen angel is a viral video posted as far back as 2006 of two Spanish dudes wandering through the forest at night following a trail of feathers. They then discover this creature. It seems to be a humanoid, anorexic figure that's just kind of sitting there. The creature then looks at the camera suddenly, and that's pretty much where the video ends. This video likes to resurface every so often. In 2006, it was a fallen angel video. In 2013, it was the rake. And recently, it's been considered a skinwalker. The thing is, though, it was debunked years ago on a site called fallenangelmakingof.com, which no longer exists, and the Internet Archive doesn't seem to work for it. However, on the website for the studio that produced this video, Coco Bongo Artworks, we can find a 3D VR experience created for the video's 10th anniversary. That's fun.
Oh, that's fun. SCP
the SCP Foundation, if you're not aware, is a collaborative writing project held in a wiki of the same name that's about these strange creatures that exist in a fictional world. You probably already know that, but I thought I'd bring it up anyways for thoroughness' sake. Anyways, SCP movies basically just refer to fan-made productions that adapt certain stories from this wiki into short films. You can find a couple of these on YouTube, like the several of them that have been made by YouTubers like Mr. Clay and...
I watched Overlord on the channel. Overlord was fire. I think I watched Overlord on the channel.
Evan Royal.
Help Una get evacuated? Marina Joyce.
Marina Joyce is a British content creator who joined in 2010 that makes videos such as beauty tutorials, vlogs, and basically whatever she feels like making. She got quite popular from her eccentric personality, and in a few years she would reach 1 million subscribers. However, around 2016, her channel's content was noted by fans to be a bit strange. She acted erratically, and some people even thought she seemed scared or on drugs possibly, or even forced to make videos against her will.
Yeah.
She would flinch at certain things like cars going by, and she had become noticeably skinnier as time went on. This would worry fans to the point of starting a campaign titled #SaveMarinaJoyce. Investigative fans found more evidence that she was in danger, such as an Instagram comment from someone who had met her that stated she saw her surrounded by some creepy looking guys, or of old photos of herself covered in bruises. Some users found silhouetted men in the reflections of her eyes. She dispelled the theories a couple times on her various social media accounts, but many fans didn't buy it, as they believed Marina's account was hacked or compromised. On July 26, she randomly tweeted out to meet her at Bethnal Green at 6:30 a.m. for a party, and that you should bring a friend. This is kind of random, and shocked a lot of people as it was very much in the heat of the moment. Some theories even stated that this would be a terrorist attack led by ISIS. The whole thing had so much quote-unquote evidence of Marina being kidnapped or otherwise in trouble, even if a lot of it was just the largest stretch ever or literally just faked. The situation eventually came to a close when the local police department finally said that she's okay and perfectly fine. All in all, the whole situation was simply a case of mass hysteria, not dissimilar
mass hysteria.
to many other cases throughout history, such as those clown sightings that happened literally 3 months later. Listen,
no,
2016 was a rough year.
No, see, but that's the thing. My stepdad and I actually just talked about the clown sightings like a day ago. Some of these stunts are definitely pulled to pull the massive, to pull the masses. Funny enough, I said massives, but I didn't mean to say that. Pull the masses' attention away from something that is going to happen 100%. Not in her case, but the killer clown sightings and everything. Some of these are definitely set up events, because look at what happened with the solar eclipse. I even went on to make a video joking about the solar eclipse. People were literally preparing, getting food, getting stocked up, and then it went whoop and passed. Listen, if you guys just look into, I'm telling you, I can't necessarily say quantum physics, because I guess quantum physics is proving the things that a lot of us were saying for a while, people even older than myself. But the thing is there's a reason to make people kind of participate in mass hysteria, because I could start yapping forever about this, but let me not start. I'm just going to say that it has to do with Mandela effects also. And the reason some people swear to God and go so hard for Mandela effects, because if they can gaslight you into believing that something wasn't, but it was perceived by a lot of people that it was and definitely did happen, then they're showing you right in front of your face that they can change reality in an instant. And that's why a lot of people were scared that CERN was about to do a bunch of things during the solar eclipse. Now, I'm not going to go into details about CERN because I don't know if your videos can get flagged or get watched. And also, like I have told many people, and I blew people's minds on Kick too, in the beginning of my Twitch channel, there were 2 people that had Freemason symbols that would watch my Twitch channel when I had 0 followers. So all I'm going to say is maybe just because I connect dots right, I don't know, but I only tell it in videos as entertaining things. I'm not trying to go all Alex Jones on some stuff, but I'm just telling you that if you understand the simple things about manifestation, then there would be a purpose for people to be able to control an event with widespread mass hysteria. So like the clown sightings, because that was not accidental. There was no way everybody woke up one year, or like fucking, I don't know, people in the horror niche woke up and was like, yeah, let's just jump in. No, it's like the fire started somewhere. Somebody sparked it, got the flame going, and then other people, when I don't even know what cases were real, but like, you know, you heard some sightings, like some of these clowns like attacking or terrorizing people. I don't know. There were even rumors floating around the place I lived in up in New York, just like with people saying they've seen clowns at night. And also like when you would walk around at night, they'd be like, you know, take a friend with you or something. I was like, yo, this is like insane, like fear type shit that's being produced. And if you just think about it a little bit deeper, or start asking yourself questions, or asking questions, or start looking around, it's like one of the easy ways to control people is fear. So it's like there's just like a lot of shit. I could go on forever, but I'm not gonna go. But yeah, so that's crazy that happened. It was just mass hysteria around her. But see, so if Swag never brought up the clown sightings, but I definitely know those clown sightings were distracting from something.
Marina Joyce situation was kind of ridiculous and serves as a prime example of how far things can get if enough people believe it. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the main inspiration for the Kate Yup thing, assuming that's an ARG. The sheer number of quote-unquote pieces of evidence that were brought up and later debunked is staggering, so I'll link a video by Gamer from Mars in the description.
Walter Clemens.
So remember how I talked about how much I loved the YouTube comment section with the whole journals thing? And then immediately followed it up with one of the most powerful botnets the site has seen? Well, let's dial it back a bit and talk about another fun thing about the YouTube comment section. Children. You see, YouTube is the favorite app of little kids because they get their Poppy's Playtime, Minecraft, Friday Night Funkin' content streams sent directly to their synapses, and while sometimes they comment on videos. A great example of this comes from Walter Clemens, a YouTube user who commented on... well, I couldn't find what video it was on, but the screenshot surfaced around 2016. The comment reads, "I like fire trucks and moisture trucks." I'm going to assume that the video the comment was on actually had nothing to do with fire trucks whatsoever. He then replies to his own comment simply saying, "Walter." I couldn't tell you why this is so funny, but it just is.
It's cute to me. I Hate Everything fans.
I Hate Everything is a YouTuber who is most well known for a series of the same name, where he discusses a particular piece of media and talks about why he hates it. Like, I hate the Emoji Movie, I hate Big Mouth, I hate Damn Daniel, I hate Watch Mojo, etc, etc. I Hate Everything is a pretty standard channel that doesn't really have any controversy to talk about besides when some fans of a thing don't like that he made a video on their favorite thing. Now, the weird thing about I Hate Everything is the fans of the channel. Since IHE presents himself as a cynical hater of things that are for the most part internet trends or memes, they generate some inside jokes that are exactly what he's saying he hates. In the I Hate Damn Daniel video, he said that the meme is the equivalent of pointing at a plant and going "der plant." This made "der plant" a phrase that he would literally never hear the end of. This is exemplified even further when you look at the trend of I Hate Everything fan/parody channels. There are a ridiculous amount of these. I love everything, I care about everything. I build everything, I'm neutral on everything, I'm undecided on everything, I fuck everything, I slap my genitalia on everything, I chin everything, I have a slight aversion of everything, I re-upload everything, I burn everything, I possess everything, I crap everything, I hate literally everything, I trump everything, and I hate the teriyaki chicken sandwich from Subway. It just keeps going and going and going and going. And you click on these videos and it's the most brainless, mind-numbing content imaginable, with them more often than not using text-to-speech rather than their actual voice. Which, of course, there's nothing wrong with that. One of my favorite YouTubers actually exclusively uses text-to-speech, but definitely not in the way that these channels do. I can't even really tell where these channels started or ended, although I'd imagine it stems from I Hate Everything just being a very malleable username. These channels even seem to get into their own little dramas and beef as time went on, which is really interesting. IG even did a video on his main channel called
I hate weird parody channels.
I hate weird parody channels, where he goes over several of the channels and judges whether he likes or dislikes them. These were definitely one of the strangest trends on YouTube.
It's such like, do you see what I mean? How we're all our own little universes? Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna start and restart. All right, there we go. Do you see how I mean? We're all our own little universes. It's weird how the internet can really just have its whole own corner of the internet be something that's because like I did not know anything about. I knew who I Hate Everything is. Never really watched any of their content. Not trying to get canceled. His content, I'm assuming, but yeah. So I never even knew about that. But that's just funny how that just fucking birthed, and then like he can make a video of I hate parody channels. It's just funny. It's like, I don't know. This is cool.
Darkside Phil, commonly abbreviated as simply DSP, is a gaming
DSP. Never heard of him. I've heard of him around like I think not Power Worlds, but something. I don't know. I think he was heard his name come up with Baldur's Gate 3, maybe, but another guy I just don't know.
YouTuber who has been on the site since 2008, although his currently used channel was created in 2010. Since his debut, he's gained a respectable 200,000 subscribers and has uploaded nearly 60,000 videos to his channel. For reference, that's roughly a dozen videos uploaded daily for the past 12 years, and that doesn't even include multiple side channels. He's rather infamous for a whole host of reasons, mainly stemming from his susceptibility to being trolled, and also him just kind of being bad at video games. Really bad at video games. You see, Darkside Phil's fanbase does not originate from him being funny, or good at video games, or anything like that. People watch him because nearly every time he plays a game, he's terrible at it, and every single time he fails, he blames it on basically anything that isn't himself, which has earned him the title the King of Hate. He first earned this nickname in the early 2000s when he was still a Super Street Fighter II professional player, where his biggest claim to fame was getting 4th at EVO on an inferior port of the game. If you look up DSP on YouTube, you won't find his channel, at least not immediately. Instead, you'll find other content creators making commentary videos, video essays, or compilations of stupid moments from his video and streams. Most famous of these is the This Is How You Don't Play series, where people do the Herculean task of watching a DSP playthrough and highlight every time he fucks up while playing a game, which is a series that's been around since 2013, with This Is How You Don't Play MGS2 being the first one. He often says that the whole bad at video games thing is simply part of his comedic persona, that he could be good at video games if he really wanted to. Of course, he's also said that he has no gimmick and that he's the realest person on YouTube, so there's not really any way of knowing which one's the truth. He's gotten into feuds with several other YouTubers and is almost constantly in financial trouble due to the lifestyle of sitting around and streaming video games all the time. However, possibly his biggest fuck up, and if you have any prior knowledge about this guy, the clear elephant in the room that I haven't gotten to yet was, as the Iceberg puts it, the infamous masturbation stream. In 2016, Phil was doing a pre-stream and thought he shut the camera off. However, he didn't. Viewers got a full look at him choking his chicken on stream. You can't see any explicit bits, but you can very clearly tell what he's up to. This is a blunder that DSP will never live down, even to this day, as that's usually the first thing anyone brings up when talking about him. That's gotta suck. DSP over the years has become one of the most mocked figures on the internet, rivaled only by the likes of Chris Chan. If you want more info on the DSP saga, check out the Down the Rabbit Hole episode on him.
No.
Around the tail end of 2020, two things were very popular with the YouTube algorithm: Mukbang videos and Friday Night Funkin'. A lot of strange animation channels that may or may not be run by AI saw both of these circulating around, and thus a trend was created: Friday Night Funkin' Mukbang videos, where several characters from the game, as well as popular mods, eat a bunch of food. These videos are bewildering, to say the least.
What, for real?
Why are there so fucking many of them, and why do they all have millions upon millions of views? I guess it's literally just combining two things that are algorithmically popular, but who's clicking on these videos?
Right, dude, what? Oh.
Alex Jones is someone I'm sure you've probably heard of before. Conspiracy theorist, host of InfoWars, Sandy Hook truther, thinks the governments are turning the frogs gay. You know, I really don't need to introduce him. In 2018, YouTube removed 4 videos off the Alex Jones channel, citing them as a violation of long-standing policies against child endangerment and hate speech. YouTube also issued a strike against the channel, meaning that they were not allowed to livestream for the next 90 days. This is the catalyst that brought other content platforms to remove his content, such as Facebook, iTunes, and Spotify. Alex Jones would then try to sneak back onto YouTube using an alternative account, which went against YouTube's policy on ban evasion, leading to all of his accounts to be terminated. This was obviously a very controversial event on both sides, as while some people believe this act to be infringing on his God-given right to push hate speech, others were upset at YouTube for not doing this sooner.
Derek Savage.
Derek Savage is the infamous creator of Cool Cat Saves the Kids, a direct-to-video educational film that was created to teach kids about bullying and the dangers of firearms.
Did you just lean back in your chair?
The movie gained infamy when YouTube reviewers such as Your Movie Sucks and I Hate Everything reviewed, criticizing the movie for being generally terrible on all accounts. Unlike someone like Tommy Wiseau maybe, who rolled with the punches, Daddy Derek wasn't very fond of people making reviews shitting on his intellectual masterpiece. This would lead to possibly one of the most egregious cases of copyright claim abuse in YouTube's lifespan. He would not only copyright claim videos, but attack reviewers personally, threatening legal action if they don't take down the videos, and even pretending to be law firms in order to intimidate them. The Derek Savage Cool Cat saga is long and winding, so I'll just recommend you... No, that one's too long. Watch this one instead.
It's not Turkey Tom's video.
Angry Video Game Nerd, as I talked about in Tier 3, is a legacy that can't really be overstated. He was essentially the pioneer of the guy reviews video games with skits interspersed throughout genre of YouTube reviews that's extremely common to this day. JonTron, Peanut Butter Gamer, Scott the Woz, Angry Joe, they all find their ancestral roots in one common link. However, back in AVGN's prime though, people were a lot less subtle with their inspirations. There are a couple of infamous cases of this. I fucking love these guys. Irate Gamer is probably the most famous of these, as he was probably the closest to emulating the AVGN style, production quality wise. He received a lot of backlash from what was clearly him mimicking the format, and his videos were generally considered to be significantly inferior in terms of humor and quality. The Irate Gamer ditched this style of content sometime in the 2010s and is known today as the Gamer from Mars. That's completely untrue, by the way. I just lied for no reason. I'm sorry. Another AVGN I'm particularly...
Swag is the villain. Nah, I love that.
We're a fan of is the Pissed Off Angry Hardcore Gamer, a Russian creator who reviewed games and consoles he didn't like, kinda like the Angry Video Game Nerd. I've often seen him called the internet's worst video game critic, and his reviews kinda live up to that title. He would often do most of the review in a slow, monotonous voice, and then the red eyes would show up and he'd start screaming.
And when I put in the shitbox 360, it fucked it all up. So then...
Pretty cool guy. The most interesting one of these was the Game Dude, who had the...
You know what I respect, though? I respect that they... Like, if it's genuinely them being authentic, they go out and do it. You know? Even if it's cringe, even if it's weird, no matter what you consider it, they're still going out and doing it. Has the internet made us a lot more comfortable, or we're just getting too comfortable on the internet? I still hold that belief. But yeah, he's still going out and doing it, man.
The funniest intro theme of all the AVGN clones. Game Dude overtly stated in his title screens that he was inspired by the nerd, or nerd-spired, as he would say. Good one.
That's cool.
The reason why this one is the most interesting one, though, is something that runs a bit deeper than just the shitty videos on the internet.
Uh-oh.
That I think I'm gonna save for the honorable mentions video.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I really need to explain this one that much. Pornbots are basically just comment bots that will sometimes pose as sexy women, or men, no judging, and post links to adult content. These links will, most of the time, not actually be real adult content, and instead be some kind of phishing scam where you give them your credit card information or something. It would seem like there was a large influx of these around 2021, but these are a thing on pretty much every corner of the internet.
Yeah. Oh, she's finally here.
SS Sniper Wolf is a YouTuber with 30 million subscribers who does reaction videos, commentary, vlogs, and gaming videos. While Potted Plant admitted to me he put her here in error, not realizing how popular she was due to him living in Asia, there's an interesting event that happened pretty recently that I feel like I could talk about. In late 2021, a 10-year-old girl was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and her...
Oh, this one. This was a year ago. Dude, her most recent one that I remember was like going to freaking Jack. Was it Jack's Films or somebody else? I don't know if it's Jack's Films. Like dropping his address, bro, or like showing where. Oh, that was wild, and people were like, I was like, bro, like that showed that like she does not have some sort of emotional maturity or emotional control. The fact that she went to this man's house and said, I'm outside your crib, I was like, bro, it's not that serious. But this is why I say I don't judge people, because for some people it's that serious, bro. I don't know, man. Like, yeah. That's why I never deliberately point the finger at anybody. I couldn't anyways, because I just feel like it's a waste of time. But see, I mean, my man was making parody videos of her. I don't know if it's Jack Films or if it was him. I can't remember the YouTuber. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you care. But yeah, hearing about that shit, I mean, everybody covered that. That was
which was to meet Sniper Wolf. And then I guess she ghosted the mother of the girl. Then Keemstar got involved and told her off. She deflected the criticism. Then he posted this video to Twitter and he was really angry. You know, this situation is kind of convoluted and I can't really tell who was right or wrong, but yeah, it's the best I could find for us as Sniper Wolf. Badabun is a Mexican YouTube channel which is run by the Badabun Network, a major network for the Spanish-speaking side of YouTube, tied in with several large content creators. The channel itself has around 46 million subscribers and is the third most subscribed Spanish-speaking YouTube channel behind Hola Soy German and El Reno Infantil.
I'm gonna wait before I say anything about this.
It's always the fucking baby channels, man. Over time, Badabun has had its fair share of controversies. There's the Hola Soy German versus Badabun subscriber battle, which seems to me like the Spanish version of T-Series versus PewDiePie. There's also apparently accusations thrown around of sexual harassment, homophobia, and labor exploitations at the company.
Knew it. See, that's why I didn't want to say anything. I was gonna say good for them, and then I was like, wow.
However, the reason I knew about this channel before making the Iceberg, despite not being a Spanish speaker, is their ridiculously terrible fake speedrun of Super Mario Bros. In 2017, they uploaded a video where one of their creators, Tavan Betancourt, speedran the game, and yeah, the footage is basically spliced from several other top-level speedruns, as well as tasks, performing some inputs which aren't even possible for a human. This resulted in a video by Carl Jobs 3 years later, which led Badabun to get a whole lot of criticism.
Wait, why would they fake? I mean, damn, like that's bold. I feel like there are way bolder people on the planet with certain things they try than me. Like I consider myself a pretty bold person for some of the things that like maybe I've put online or like do. Well, I guess it's authentically being myself, and I guess there's bounds I won't step. Like I'm not gonna be bold and literally upload like a faked video. That's very strange. Like by, you know, splicing together somebody else's footage. That feels like, I don't, what do you guys think the boardroom meeting is like for that? Yeah, guys, we're going to steal from this dude's video, this guy's video. You're going to like eat this cold, dry ass looking pizza and sip on this Coca-Cola while you're in our company logoed shirt. We're going to take this dude's speedrun. Right, you know, look determined. Why don't they just like play it off as like a parody, like parodying? That is a weird word to say. Parodying a speedrunner or some shit. I don't. Literally. And Darman, oh man, I think Darman, Sniper Wolf are going on the thumbnail.
Darman is a YouTube channel with over 17 million subscribers. The videos on this channel usually feature scripted skits where the characters learn a moral lesson by the end.
Yeah.
They're pretty basic lessons and they're usually considered kinda corny. Again, this is another entry that Potaplant told me he put here in error, and also told me to make fun of him in the video for putting them here, so...
Potted Plant is... You're in Thailand? Bro, it's so ironic. I'm trying to go there. Also, I'm trying to learn... Was it Tagalog? Crow, you gotta comment on these videos. Crow's one of my Thai bros. I'll call him the Thai bro. Is that cringy? One of my bros from Thai who was telling me where to start to learn the language.
Fuck you for not being American, I guess. I suppose there was the whole protest Darman thing that happened 3 days ago as of writing the script, where several actors came forward and said they're not being paid properly, and that most of them live in poverty, and apparently the man himself dodges employees when they asked about pay. So that's fun.
Yeah. Oh, I know CJ So Cool.
CJ So Cool is a YouTuber with about 8 million subscribers who used to do reaction videos like his brother Jinx. However, nowadays he does skits and vlogs and stuff like that. I believe why he's here in the first place.
Now see, alright, I'm not gonna say anything.
This is one particular incident. In 2016, he uploaded a video where he pranked his kids by feeding them laxatives. This got about the reaction that you'd expect, with many people immediately criticizing him for being a terrible parent and abusing his kids. The video was not even up for 24 hours before YouTube took it down as a violation of community guidelines, and CJ's channel was also temporarily suspended. Surprisingly enough though, his channel nowadays seems to be doing fine.
Oh my god, Jay say he's going on the thumbnail. Oh, this half of the video.
J Station was one of those 3 AM YouTubers I was talking about in like the second tier maybe.
Oh, actually I don't know if I want to put J Station on there. Wasn't he doing a lot of the copyright stuff? Well, I assume if it's like a clip in the video, like it can't really be that bad.
His videos feel almost AI generated despite the fact that they're live action recordings. Buying a girlfriend off the deep web at 3 AM. Haunted Elmo doll Ouija board at 3 AM. Sonic.exe homunculus. Calling Alan from Daisy Brown on FaceTime. Man, he really knows how to mix and match shit that's on the first 4 tiers of this iceberg, huh? J Station is oftentimes considered the worst YouTuber on the platforms for a staggering number of reasons.
Yeah, he is.
Not just his content being shitty.
Not me saying yeah he is, but yeah, I've heard this. Again, I mean, I gotta say he's pulled it off though. Even if he's the worst creator, like, again, that's a matter of perspective, but my man had, I mean, he did what he did.
So let's run through all of them quickly.
Let me say this before he goes to that. I say if you can get in the public eye or the mass consciousness in such a impactful way where it's either to get a bunch of people to hate you or love you, you've done something pretty crazy. Now, again, my version of success is probably way different from your guys'. It's like, I believe there's a lot of people that are already successful in their life, but they still look outwards to being successful. Like, I feel successful, but so that's why I said that. But I feel like doing something like this is what I would call like either a successful troll. If you got someone who looks like what would I say, the mass society would look at as somebody who's successful, like Markiplier or PewDiePie, then this has to be the mass success of a troll. Because I mean, 3 AM videos, y'all know kids are watching. Let's go. But then you've got you've got so many YouTubers talking about you, or you've earned the title of the worst YouTuber. I mean, you got to stand and take that title in pride, right?
2018, following the Logan Paul suicide forest controversy, Jay uploaded a video where he went to the suicide forest overnight at 3 AM, gone wrong, gone sexual. Of course, the video is fake, just like all his other videos. He didn't actually go to the
Did you say gone wrong, gone sexual?
Suicide forest, but it's still weird that he would even make a video like the video where he went to the suicide forest overnight at 3 AM, gone wrong, gone sexual. Of course, the video is fake, just like all his other videos. He didn't actually go to the suicide forest, but it's still weird that he would even make a video like this in the first place, seemingly leeching off a popular trend, even though Logan Paul nearly lost his whole career for doing the exact same thing. Jason has also been known to use celebrities' deaths as a means to clickbait. 8 days after the murder of XXXTentacion, Jason uploaded a video titled XXXTentacion Ouija board.
This is when I heard about this guy.
Challenge at 3 AM, gone wrong. 2 days after the death of Mac Miller, Jason uploaded a video titled Rip Mac Miller Spirit Box Challenge at 3 AM, speaks about Ariana Grande. Finally, the one he got possibly the most criticism for was a video uploaded mere hours after Etika's passing, where he does the same thing. He uses a real-life death as a creepypasta Herobrine sighting shit. In the same video, he even talks about Etika, saying that if you don't have it as bad as he did, you're not actually depressed, and that you should suck it up, effectively not only insulting a dead man's honor, but also literally...
And those two events are how I heard of him. X and the Etika thing, and I was like, wow. And that's where my perception of him was just like, damn, dude, like, you're wild. Like, way to be hated very quickly by a lot of people. Because, I mean, that's just something you don't do. Is it that worth it? Like that, sometimes these are the types of people that I want to know how they experience reality. Because it's like, what does inspire you to do that? Like, I don't fucking know, man.
Every viewer that suffers from depression. He also criticized YouTubers who made tribute videos to Etika, saying that they're monetizing a man's death, despite the fact the video was monetized. He deleted the video, but yeah, people were never going to forgive him after that. Not like it really changed at all, because a year later, he would go on to make a video where he sits in front of a camera and explains with teary eyes that his girlfriend Alexia had passed away in a car accident, that he was heartbroken. 5 days later, he would upload a video titled, Dead Girlfriend Ouija Board Challenge at 3 a.m. Gone Wrong. You cannot make this shit up. Turns out his girlfriend wasn't actually dead, and it was all for the content. She then came forward soon after and talked about how he was very abusive to her and that they had a very unhealthy relationship, which, I mean, no shocker there. All of this is only a quick run through of the nasty shit J-Station has gotten himself into over the years, and if you want a more in-depth look, then check out The Worst YouTuber of All Time by Nerd City and Colossal is Crazy. It has some very high production value and is well worth the hour-long runtime.
Shadbase.
Shadbase. Oh god, where to begin? This is the YouTube account of an infamous artist known as Shadman. He's not particularly known for his YouTube channel, more sticking to his website, also called Shadbase, but he does maintain a pretty substantial 300,000 subscribers. He's a Rule 34 artist, although he's a bit edgier than your average cool.
Hope you like looking at water for the next minute and a half, because I'm not showing images of any of this.
The big thing is that he really likes lollies, which, if you're not familiar, is pornographical art of underage anime or cartoon.
And that was the thing with Vosh that was talking about. I think he commented on lollies and then revealed that he had a folder of lolly content.
Cartoon characters. Now this is already disturbing, disgusting, reprehensible, and degenerate as is, but Shadman kind of goes a bit further beyond, drawing porn of real-life children. He's drawn suggestive art of Lieutenant Corbus, for example, who was a commentary YouTuber who at the time was 11 years old. In 2016, he promised that if Donald Trump won the election, he would draw suggestive art of Keemstar's then 7-year-old daughter. Which happened. He also drew art of 12-year-old child actor.
This is like a real response. I'm not really reacting. Like, in my heart and my body, I don't feel natural, but I'm connecting with y'all. I know y'all reactions to that must be nuts. I don't really feel anything personal to it. It's more just like, why the fuck? Just why? Just curious question. Why? I couldn't emotionally react to this stuff because then I would just feel like the world is doomed for the type of people that exist, but I know it's not.
He's drawn suggestive art of Lieutenant Corbus, for example, who was a commentary YouTuber who at the time was 11 years old. In 2016, he promised...
I get Keemstar has his fair share of drama, but drawing suggestive art of somebody's kid? Ooh.
That if Donald Trump won the election, he would draw suggestive art of Keemstar's then 7-year-old daughter. Which happened. He also drew art of 12-year-old child actor Daphne Keene, resulting in a cease and desist order from her lawyers. He's also had some non-child porn-related controversy.
Obviously, Swag. Why did you even put that? Why did you put that text in the video? Why did you edit it there? This is obviously not you. You're trying to be funny. This is obviously not being lazy, bro. If you even blurred this out, it would, I'm not going to say it would be weird that you even searched, but like, well, because wait, you're seeing it right now? I don't know. Okay, that part is a real reaction. I'm like, I don't know. That'd be fucking strange to have to kind of see that. That's like dark. Yeah, also, you might get, FBI open up, but no, you're good, man. You're not being lazy. Unless you're joking, and that was pretty funny. But no.
Controversies. One example being that on Mother's Day, he drew porn of his own real-life mother. Another example is that about a day after the passing of Ed Gould, the creator of Eddsworld, Shadman would draw art of his character getting raped by the Grim Reaper. Hell, even one look at his avatar can tell you this guy is a complete and utter edgelord. The crazy thing is that he is incredibly popular and that many popular content creators would willingly associate with him, despite both sides of the political spectrum hating his guts. Wow. In 2021, Shadman would be arrested in Los Angeles for...
Good customer service.
I'm assuming it's exactly what we think.
assault with a deadly weapon, which is not the crime I was expecting him to be charged with.
Yeah, neither have I. I just literally said.
Elliot Roger was a man living in Isla Vista, California, who was dealing with mental health issues. He ran a YouTube channel that's since been deleted where he uploaded vlogs about how he couldn't get girls and how life was unfair. You know, standard incel shit. In 2014, he would go on to kill 3 students in his apartment complex.
He doesn't, like, ironically, he doesn't look like that bad of a guy, which is very odd. I know what we just heard. I bet that he went on to kill. All right. In game, by the way. Yo, Swag, I'm surprised that, like, these. Yeah. I suppose, I guess they would just get flagged as, like, you know, more harsh topics. But, like, YouTube usually cracks down on these things. Oh, well, I guess your video just, like, maybe, like, I don't know. I got to talk to you about this, Swag. Dude, this is wild.
He ran a YouTube channel that's since been deleted where he uploaded vlogs about how he couldn't get girls and how life was unfair. You know,
yeah, like he doesn't look like a bad dude, so that's interesting.
Standard incel shit.
It must just be like, yeah, it must just be like his life and how he grew up and everything. Cause I mean,
in 2014, he would go on to kill.
Not saying looks are everything too. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
3 students in his.
Sometimes looks are the first thing you look at with a person, but. And that's so ironic coming from me because if you know me personally, I don't really go for looks, which is funny. Oh, because trust me, I have some stories. They will be coming in commentary videos. So if you guys are ready to hear very interesting things from my life, I say stay tuned.
Apartment complex by stabbing them to death. He then drove his car to a sorority house where he would shoot 3 women, killing 2 of them. Wow. Finally, he would drive his car through the town, striking people with his vehicle and shooting more people with his firearm.
Wow.
He would then finally die from a self-inflicted gunshot. In total, 6 people lost their lives that day, not including Roger himself, and several others were injured. It paints an example of just how violent incel behaviors can get if left unchecked.
Right, yeah. Pioneer Products.
Randy Stair, better known by his online aliases Andrew Blaze and Pioneers Productions, was another.
Please don't tell me this is gonna be like another guy that's freaking murdering people.
Another obscure YouTuber turned mass shooter. His YouTube career was pretty extensive as he would create his first YouTube channel back in 2007. He was possibly most well known for, well, besides the whole shooting things, his obsession with the character Ember from Danny Phantom. He had this bizarre animated web series called Ember's Ghost Squad where she and several of her ghost friends, all of which were OCs, would go on different adventures where they recruited depressed teenagers to join their group. Around this time, he also became obsessed with the Columbine shooting, so I'm sure you know where that's going. In 2017, he would upload an episode of Ember's Ghost Squad called Westboro High School Massacre, where the characters would shoot up a school. Randy would then drive to his local supermarket with a firearm and murder 3 of his coworkers before committing suicide. This is definitely one of the stranger cases of YouTubers turned murderers. Diamond Gate was a loophole in YouTube's algorithm.
I don't even know what to say about that, bro. Holy shit.
That I believe was discovered first on Reddit. There are, or maybe were, thousands of videos titled stuff like Best Diamonds in the World, Best Car Insurance, Diamond Sky, Top 10 Best Diamonds in High School. These videos would often start out like seemingly legit videos in order to avoid bot detection. However, halfway through the videos, it would cut to softcore pornography of women, sometimes even underage. These videos would have them partaking in lewd actions such as wearing bathing suits, undressing, or posing in inappropriate ways. And the girls featured were as young as 6 years old. It would then cut back to the footage shown at the beginning of the video, again in order to bypass bots. The comments of course would also be very depraved, with the biggest weirdo perverts in the comment section talking about how horny they are. In a way, this is quite similar to the stuff Matt's What It Is was talking about, although this in particular seemed to have flown under the radar quite a bit. Nowadays, it would seem as if YouTube has made quick work of these videos, as trying to search these terms won't result in the same shit. However, it does seem like exactly one video from 4 years ago has slipped through the cracks. Let's take a look.
His name is Johnson.
And thus concludes Tier 4 of the YouTube Iceberg. By now, we're around a third of the way done with the whole entire iceberg. To those of you who have been sticking around thus far, thank you so much for supporting these videos. I don't actually monetize any of them since I haven't hit 1,000 subscribers, and I sometimes use copyrighted music anyways. I mainly just make these videos for myself really, as it just stemmed from no one's covered this iceberg yet, I want to be the first. That being said, I do enjoy reading every single one of your guys' comments, as they're a lot nicer than I expected. People always talk about how YouTube comment sections, like they're the most vile places on earth, but I've only gotten nice comments. Again, thank you to
Which I want to say, with the majority of everything I've done too, yeah, same. So that is really true.
All my viewers for watching my videos, unless you actually got offended by the Andrew Tate section on the last part. I'll see you all next time in tier 5.
Unless you got the Andrew Tate part.
5 of the massive YouTube iceberg. Take care.
I want to let it play out. What I will say is it's very odd to get offended, and this is a good call to the beginning of the video. Well, no, not like, okay. The point of view is different. It's really weird to get offended at someone saying something about your favorite person, like whether it be an artist or whatever. It's just like, all right, that's how you think I feel. Who cares? I feel like to ever get offended over, like, I don't know. I feel like there's certain context. Oh my gosh, there's more context to it. I don't want to make this super long, but it's very, yeah. I'm really tired. I might shoot the first part of part 5 after this, because honestly, we're just sitting back, relaxing, and chilling, and enjoying this. But yeah, like I said, sadly, I think I'll just allow it to come to an end. But I am more than honored to be given permission to showcase it on my channel, because this is definitely like a big ass portion of my childhood, for sure. You know, I was outside doing everything, but you know, when you're a kid and you're in your younger years, your biggest obligation is school, right? And I aced it so hard that it's just like when I came home, it's either gaming, going parkouring outside, or being in the YouTube sphere of things that I've, you know, stumbled down certain things. And I'm glad, because now, like, a lot of certain things we're getting into, I have not seen. But still a big majority. I would say it's balanced, but, you know, so this is definitely enjoyable. But I know I do have my reasons for stop, sadly. I will still watch along.